Hi everyone, welcome to Anxiously Adulting with Joe, where we unpack the messy realities of anxiety, depression, and trying to be a functional adult. Today's topic is one that changed the game for me personally: attachment styles. If you've ever found yourself repeating the same relationship patterns with the same fights and the same results, this might explain why. So what are they? Attachment styles are basically the blueprint for how we connect with people, especially in romantic relationships. They come from our early experiences with caregivers and shape how safe we feel getting close to others. There are four main attachment styles. Number 1, secure. These people are comfortable with both closeness and independence. Number 2, anxious. These are people that crave closeness but also fear rejection. Number 3 is avoidant. These people avoid emotional intimacy and highly value independence. Number 4, fearful avoidant. These people want love, but also fear it due to past trauma or inconsistencies. So what do they look like in relationships? Here's how they play out in real life, and spoiler alert, it gets a bit messy. Secure attachment people communicate clearly, trust easily, and usually handle conflicts well. These are the people that we all want to be like. Anxious attachers usually overthink, need a lot of reassurance, and deeply fear abandonment. Avoidant people feel smothered by closeness and usually pull away during conflict. And fearful avoidant people can send mixed signals. They want love, but also push it away. If you've ever been in a situationship where someone ghosts you and then comes back into your life and love bombs you, well, yeah, you've probably been dealing with a fearful avoidant. So why do relationships fail? Imagine pairing an anxious person with an avoidant one. One wants more, the other backs off, and they both feel hurt, unseen, and stuck. Anxious plus avoidant, one chases, one runs. What about a relationship where both parties are avoidant? This can lead to huge emotional distance and very little growth in the relationship. And what about a pairing where both parties are anxious? Well, this can be emotionally overwhelming for both people in the relationship and lead to unhealthily high levels of dependency. And what happens when you pair a fearful avoidant with almost anyone? Well, you get an emotional roller coaster, and it's going to be difficult to hang on. I've learned that I lean anxious. I overanalyze texts, and I really worry if someone pulls away, even if it's just a little bit. And it's not about blame, it's about awareness. Once you understand your attachment style, you can begin to shift towards something more secure. So how do we do that? How do we become more secure in our relationships? Well, it begins with self-awareness. So let's try to understand what attachment style we have. This means looking at your childhood and the relationship that you had with your caregivers. There's a lot of information out there about the different attachment styles and how they are shaped by the caregivers in your childhood. It also means looking at how are you in your relationships? What kind of behavior do you really exhibit? Do you pull away? Do you need a lot of reassurance? Are you confused about how you feel about love and closeness? Some of these questions can be difficult to ask yourself, particularly if you are an avoidant attachment style person. But this is a process that you would have to go through to increase your self-awareness. This is step 1. Once you've understood that, it could be a good idea to go and seek some therapy, to talk to a professional about your attachment style and why you ended up this way, particularly discussing your inner child. That's step 2. And then perhaps we need to adjust the kind of partners that we are choosing. Are we consistently attracted to people who exhibit attachment styles that really aren't compatible with ours? I mean, could we be choosing more secure partners? That's step 3. And when we're in our future relationships, we need to learn how to self-soothe, set boundaries, and communicate our needs clearly. So next time you're spiraling over a situationship, ask yourself the question, is this about them or is this about how I attach? If this helped, please like, comment, or subscribe. And I'd love to know your attachment style in the comments. Until next time, keep adulting anxiously, but with awareness.